All right, Shalom. First, I'd like to start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Shai, by Hashem Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles that we will, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. As you can say, the title says Palestinians and Gaza react to the possibility of ceasefire falling apart. Right. Uh, and eventually it might just fall apart. Well, more than likely it's going to fall apart. But, we in the last days, man. And the Battle of Armageddon, has to take place. So that war and all the clashes and skirmishes that's going on have to come to pass, man. The scripture says wars and rumors of wars, you know, um, and that is going to be like that until that place get hit by thermonuclear missiles, because that's the end result of that war uh, in Israel, man. The Lord has to cleanse that land. He's going to do it himself. His spirit going to be in the midst. When he come back, he's going to do it himself, man. You know, so they don't have no possibility of a ceasefire or living a happy life. Even though you got Israelites down there amongst them, that land has to be cleansed of all the heathen and then built back up for the kingdom of heaven, for the elect's sake. So I'm going to press play on this video and then ask precepts. Basically, all they speaking on is materials and things that's being brought into that land. It's really not sufficient for them. You know, as well as the ceasefire coming to an end. But you brothers gonna see it. It's captioned too. So
فنتيجة طبيعية القرار الصادر، رغم أنه قرار الكل متخوف من عواقبه، إلا أنه هو قرار بلسان الشارع يعتبر قرار رغم قساوته أنه لابد منه، لأنه الرؤية غير واضحة. حتى لأبناء الشعب الغزي الرؤية أصبحت غير واضحة. جميع ما دخل عن طريق المعابر اللغاتية هي مواد لا تذكر، أغلبها مواد كمالية وليس أساسية. المواد الأساسية لم يتم دخول منها أي شيء.
احنا الناس كلها متخوفة. هاي اليوم مثلا الناس قاعدة تتزود بالمؤن. ليش؟ متخوف انه ترجع الحرب ثاني. فما فيش امان، صار ما فيش امان. كل اي ثغرة، اي خلل في الاتفاق يؤدي الى ايش؟ انهاء الرجوع للحرب، يعني تلويح الحرب. حترجع الحرب ترجع، والناس من كثر ما شافت في الحرب صارت تخاف من اي شيء، من اي تصريح لاي من الطرفين، اذا كان من العدو او من السلطة الحاكمة في غزة.
طبعا هاي التصريحات متخوفين احنا في قطاع غزة منها لاندلاع حرب اشد من الحرب اللي قبل، التهديدات اللي بتصير هذه. طبعا احنا خايفين من الامور هذه جدا جدا. احنا في قطاع غزة ان الحرب تعود لنا ثاني. احنا ما صدقنا انها تنتهي الامور هذا بالاتفاق اللي بتصير اللي صار والناس تروع على بيوتها.
right, it's not the end of that war, man. Damn, I cannot find the piece I'm looking for. But this is all right. This is Joel chapter 3. All right, this is Joel chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." And that's what you see going on right now. You see Israelite camps popping up all over the world. You know, only one group has the truth, though, but that's the sign of the Lord bringing his people back unto them, behind raising them up and giving them the truth. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is over there in the Middle East, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Right, the land of Israel belonged to first the Lord. You know, the Lord gave it to us. It was known as the land of Canaan first, Canaan. Now, who's dwelling in that land? So-called Edomites, who declare themselves to be the biblical Jews, and Palestinians, which is a branch of Arabs, you know, and then you got our people mixed in amongst there too, but you know, not our nation is not in that land anymore, man. You know, and as you can see, they in that land fighting over it. And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for an harlot and sold a girl for wine. That was the auction blocks that they might drink. Yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I will return the recompense upon your own head. Right. Tyre and Zidon and the coast of Palestine are Africans. Uh, and they had sold us into captivity. You know, but that's going what goes around comes around. The nations, the heathen nations are going into captivity for selling us into slavery, man. You know, that's why this is taking place over there in the Middle East, because the Lord is pleading our case. You know, eventually he's going to give the world back over to the righteous rulers. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Right. He that leadeth into slavery shall go into slavery. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And how did y'all get us into captivity? Y'all use the sword. Y'all sword was y'all guns or y'all knives or y'all actual swords, man. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Right, the saints are the Israelites. We went through various captivities under various nations, and we are not in our homeland no more. You know, uh, but the Lord is going to pay the nations back for that. That's why these things are happening now today. Joel chapter 3, verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, meaning they turned the boys into homosexuals and crackers, and Edomite white people were having sex with the young boys, and sold a girl for wine and selling the girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, verse 4. And yea, what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, Africans, and all the coast of Palestine, more Africans? Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return the recompense upon your own head. Right. So they put us into captivity. We don't get to put them in captivity. Because you have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, right? And that's plain. Verse 6, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border, right? The children of Judah represents top three tribes. The children of Jerusalem is the nation as a whole. That's all that's basically stating. The nation as a whole was sold to these crackers, But as far as the transatlantic slave trade went, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the uh, uh, Southern Kingdom was sold to the white people. That's the transatlantic slave trade. Look that up. But you had uh, you know the other tribes, so-called Latin tribes, Native American tribes, mingled in. They were not in great bunches, but they still was mingled in amongst us, being sold into slavery. They had already came over here to America, and that's in Second Ezra, if I'm not mistaken, chapter 13, and Second Kings, chapter 17. That's what the history is. You know, uh, the Northern Kingdom consisted of all the Latin tribes uh, and the Native American tribes. As well as well, yeah, that's it. Well, they came to North America, but uh, the natives settled in North America with the so-called Mexicans. We're here also. Uh, Gad represents the North Americans. Reuben, the Seminole Indians. Issachar, the Mexicans. And then South America, Central America, you got Zebulon, which is the Panamanians, and then so on and so forth, man. Uh, but yeah, they had already came to America. You know, it says Joel chapter 3, verse 6, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem had he sold unto the Grecians. Grecians represents the white people. Their history go back to the Greeks, that she might remove them far from their border, right? We over here in the land of America, North, South, Central America. Our land is originally the land of Israel. You know, the fake Jews, which are Edomites, according to the Bible, were put in their land in 1948. The British mandate of Palestine. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon their own head. Right, so we all going into captivity. The Lord is raising us up. Eventually, we're going to be delivered from over here in America and brought back to our land, man. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off. For the Lord Yahweh hath spoken it. Right, we're gonna be able to sell all the heathen nations all across the galaxy, not the globe, the galaxy. All those planets that they coming out, that they exposing, and all those stars and things that they got. A lot of those are planets, man. A lot of those are going to be inhabitable planets for the nation of Israel and all of our children forever. Because we're not gonna be able to die, and we're gonna be having kids. And then since it's gonna be forever, call Lord how about Shema Shai, we're gonna be able to have as many kids as we want to, and go inhabit the whole galaxy. Everything gonna be exposed to us, in the kingdom. Esau only has doesn't have can't fathom uh what's gonna be given to us. You know the capacity of it, all the planets, etc. He doesn't have a clue. You know? The little bit stuff that he has exposed that we know of ain't nowhere near enough. You know, scriptures say one should become 1,000. You don't mean you're gonna have 1,000 kids. You're gonna be building nations forever though. You know, so that what's going on in the Middle East has to take place. It says before that happened, because the Lord stands on His word is prophecies. It says, Joel 3 and 8 again, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken it. That's what happens. So I can bear with me. He saws the scripture that says the Lord shall stretch out, I think it says stretch out the tents of heaven or the curtains of heaven, something to that effect, man. Which means he gonna uh damn basically reveal uh the planets. It's gonna be our habitations, basically. You're not only gonna inhabit America, but the rest of the planets, like I was just speaking of. But I cannot find that precept. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Right. It's verse 2, a time to be born and a time to die. And as you can see, that's what's going on, a lot of death. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. America's going to be eventually plucked up by this battle, this war 3 that's going on. Verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. We're not in a time of peace. The time of peace isn't going to happen until the kingdom of heaven is established. If they were really the true biblical Israelites and belong to that land, we will already be in heaven, man. You know? But they're not the biblical Israelites. And you people don't know that because y'all don't read the Bible. Y'all are all false prophets, teachers, Christians, etc. And a lot of y'all gonna die for that. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amoz saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, the 12 tribes. And it shall come to pass in the last days, we are in the last days, that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. The nation of Israel is going to be established on the top of the other governments, and shall be exalted above the nations, the hills, which represents the nations, and all nations shall flow unto it. Right, all the nations, all the heathen nations are going to come and bow and worship before us, man. Hold on, Shalakia.